So I'm a 3D artist, right? And all artists use reference images as they just use it as reference to get the right perspective on an object. Or so if I'm sculpting a humanoid, I'll have images of anatomy or as to use as reference. And I was just thinking, we're literally all these genius magician artists that are using the current platform, the current reality as a reference point to summon and create and paint a new image, which source becomes, and then gives us feedback on how we're allowing that new reality to flow. And that's what the emotion tells you. And if you remain in that emotional state of distortion, you'll literally create and paint a distorted image of what you've just asked for. So the trick is really just to see life as this massive amusement park or massive painting, and your life is just like an eternal masterpiece that you're just constantly repainting. Because if you think about it, why does a sculptor or a painter or an artist create anything? The only reason they do it is because it's a hell of a lot of fun, and they get some kind of, it's just that feeling of inspiration. And why have we lost, and how did we lose this constant inspiration of just wanting to create? And we're really redefining the love that we are. And when we redefine the love that we are, it's the love that we are becomes it. And then the only way to actually become the love that we are is to be the love that we are. And love is a unified, it's not even an emotion, it's a unified stillness. So you really have to collapse all polarities and stop judging the current reality in order to become it. Because when you're judging, you're still using the current reality as a reference point, and creating even more. And if you just keep on judging, you'll never actually become what you love. You're just building up and amplifying the image that love is becoming, but you're not actually becoming it yourself. So you have to really look at this thing as like a reference image that you're just using as a reference point. And then once the artist has finished using the reference image to paint or sculpt or whatever, he doesn't keep on looking at the reference image to just for the hell of it. Like, he just doesn't keep on staring at it once he's done. You know what I mean? So you really have to take your eyes from, or take your pushing against the current reference image or the current reality that you see. So say when I'm doing a 3D sculpt, or when a sculptor is doing, say, a bust, you start with the broad forms. Like you block out the form, you get the base shape, and then as you work more into it, you start to focus on the details. And that's how we create our life as well. Say you want a car, which is like, I don't know, everybody seems to want some kind of red sports car. But say you want a red sports car, that's a very broad desire. And yes, it's created as that broad image by love. And there's a path that's created, and the path is created because that's also more reference images or contrast along the way that you use to define the details of what you want within that sports car. What type of sports car, what type of brand, and blah blah blah, all the details, until eventually it manifests exactly what you want. And that's what the path is. That's what the path is for. It's there to create the details